You wanna be on top? Girl! Girl! Okay, so the documentary of Tyra Banks, an American Next Top Model in Netflix, is out there. And girl, OMG. I mean, people are, of course, destroying Tyra Banks, but also there are people understanding situations from a whole different lens. Then we have Manuel like destroying Tyra Banks out there on interviews. This is going to be such a mess because apparently American Next Top Model is coming back. I mean, this is wild and we need to talk about it. But before we start, welcome back. I'm the real Andy of Beverly Hills. Welcome to another piece of tea. If you are new here, welcome to Beverly Troop, where I keep it real and I mention it all. So make sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you are new here, and if you are part of the old crew and you have not done it yet, go to the notification bell, turn it off, and turn it on again. Girl, let's talk about this mess because I have to tell you, I was a #1 fan of American Next Top Model. I remember watching that show like it was like the Bible. Like I will watch it week after week for years. I was obsessed with it. I was like, this is amazing TV. The makeovers, girl, I will live for the makeovers, you know. So after, all the backlash happened now, and a lot of people were talking about it, there was a lot of conversations. And this documentary really brings a lot to the table. The first thing that I have to say, guys, is to me, it doesn't make sense to judge a show that happened way back in the day by today's rules. We all know that the show was very bad, knowing what we know right now. We know that there was bullying, we know that there was racism, we know that there was a lot of bad situations, fat shaming. I mean, there was people going and changing races, it was everything, right? But it was, I mean, when people start rewatching the show back in 2020, like Tyra said, because of COVID, and people start giving all of this extreme backlash, it was a lot of people kind of not understanding where this was coming from, which of course it was the new generation and the people who are younger watching it right now. So of course it's not gonna make sense for them to see the kind of shit that went down back in the day, I think that those are different kind of type of lenses, to really watch the show. I believe that Tyra was trying to do was right at the moment, especially at the beginning. I will say that, of course, reality TV and fame and all of that will transform everything into something else. And we're gonna talk about, Miss J and J Manuel, and all of that, because that's definitely a different situation. But I believe that what Tyra was trying to do at the beginning was trying to change an industry that has always been disgusting, and I believe that she succeeded in that in some way. She was a pioneer on bringing, black girls to the fashion world, big girls into the fashion world, men more into the fashion world. She really tried to do a lot, bring more queerness, a lot of that, and I think, that was a big part of the show, right? Don't take me wrong. Do I believe that Tyra is completely now entitled and is not taking accountability for a lot of things that she should take accountability? 100%, but that's what I was saying that at the beginning of the show. I think that when it started, she had a mission in her mind and she set to do that, and it really worked out, right? But it comes with a lot of shit, and we need to understand that even though Tyra was an executive producer of this show, the networks are usually the really big bad guys, especially whoever is in charge of the network at that moment could really make shit happen, you know. And like we saw on the documentary, sometimes they will call and say like, I'm so sorry, we don't want any Latinas on this, so period. And no matter how much you scream, you like fight, whatever, okay, you can leave, we don't need your show. It's that simple, right? So I believe that there was a lot of power playing into this, you know. And I believe that even though Tyra was the face of it, there are things that are her fault, and there are things that I don't believe that it should be blamed solely on her, you know, because there was a lot of bad people also behind all of this. There is a lot of things to be said about, you know, Miss J, you know, and the two J's, you know, because they are so lovable and so nice. But also we need to understand, let's make no mistakes, they were part of the same machine who were doing these things to the girls, you know. We have Ebony right there who was saying, I have, you know, the top stylist, and they were like doing all of this crazy shit to my hair because they didn't understand black hair. And I have Jay over there, and I was waiting for him to like do something, and he never did absolutely anything. So it's not like they are perfect and the only victims, you know, of this. Everyone who was involved of this show had something to do with it. So to blame only on Tyra Banks, to me, it's a little bit hypocritical, and also it doesn't make any sense because I think it's about everyone, you know. I believe that, you know, the show did change the fashion industry somehow, but the fashion industry is still, to this day, it is disgusting, you know. You will always have people right there telling you, you are fat, you are ugly, your arms are too big, you are too short, you are this, you are that, you know. They will shame you in any way. They will grope you, they will groom you, they will gaslight you, they will use all the words that we have learned in these years. They will still use it, okay? So I believe that Tyra Banks did bring some kind of change into the industry, you know. It's just that, you know, right now we are more aware of situations, and people are not so afraid to talk as they were back in the day, because, you know, now we have social media, now we have the different things that now people have to really care a little bit more, you know, before making shit happen. Now, if we're going to talk about Tyra Banks directly, I believe that Tyra Banks should have done a little bit more of soul searching, okay? I believe that she is a person who has gone through so much that think that she is entitled to things in this world, okay? Do I believe that she's a horrible person or a monster? No, okay? I believe that she is a strong woman and a strong black woman, and with that comes a lot of people that are not going to like you, okay? But she does have to take accountability for a lot of her actions and a lot of the things that she did back in the day, and I think that's where she missed the mark on this one. I was hoping that, you know, even if she doesn't really think that some of the things that happened was her fault, that she will reach out to some of these people and actually apologize, you know, like Shanti and Miss J, you know, and all of that. Like at least I will bring her on bring them on camera, face to face, you know, and being like, you know what, it has been so many years and this will not make your life any better right now, but I want to apologize because I believe that I should have done more, you know, or I grow up and now I know that I made a mistake. I was hoping to see a little bit of that in Tyra Banks, and it was like zero. It was like non-existent, you know. And it's because she has an entitlement of like now she being a supermodel with one of the most successful shows in American history, you know. Also, let's make no mistake, I'm so sorry that everyone wants to blame Tyra, you know, and these people and all of that, But we were the consumers of this show. This show did not went out there for like, I don't know, like 17 seasons or something like that, just because they keep giving them opportunities. No, we were eating that shit up. We were watching obsessively. I still will say, again, the makeovers were my favorite parts because I used to love these girls go crazy over something like her, you know? And for them was probably horrible. They went through horrible trauma over it. But for us, the viewers, I was enjoying it. You know, I was waiting for makeover times. So we are as guilty as them. So this is a whole machine. So like the whole thing of just blaming Tyra Banks, it does not make sense to me whatsoever. Okay? I recommend 100% to go and watch this documentary because it's crazy in an amazing way. It gives you so much clarity, but at the same time, you're gonna be like, these people are deranged and unhinged, you know? Jay, he's going right now. He went to Entertainment Tonight, did an interview. He's destroying Tyra Banks. You know, he is basically saying that she betrayed him, that she was to blame about everything. And I think it's because, you know, he is realizing that we are saying what I just told you guys. Like, this is all of you guys' fault. This is not only on Tyra Banks. You all could have said anything at any point, and you all chose not to do it for a very long time, right? But he's going around really taking hard hits at Tyra Banks. And, you know, I think it's a little bit hypocritical. I think it's a little bit of like trying to save face after, you know, everything that is going on out there. So I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you used to watch the show? Apparently their show will be returning, which is wow. Of course, I think right now is going to be a complete different show from what we were used to. So I am very curious to see how that is going to play out, you know, because, you know, this generation right now is very different. So I don't know how that will be. But yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to know everything or anything that is happening on this, you know, reality TV world, well, don't forget to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you around. See ya. Bye.